Let us start with CentOS Linux. This year, CentOS Linux 8.4.2105 was released in June 2021. CentOS Linux 8.4.2105 is shipped with Python version 3.6.8. Couple of days ago, while making this video, CentOS Linux 8.5.2111 was released. Let us now talk about Java. Please note that Java 8 is still being widely used across our industry. As you can see here, there are several new versions of Java are released or under development. Java 11 was released in September 2018 and I have started running my Cassandra on Java 11. Now, let us talk about Apache Cassandra. During November 2015, Apache Cassandra version 3.0 was released. During past 6 years, many minor versions were released for Cassandra 3. During July 2021, a new major version of Cassandra 4.0 was released. This is very exciting for the entire Cassandra community. Cassandra 4.0 includes a lot of new features and included more than 100 bug fixes from previous versions. So far, this is the most ambitious and perfect release in the history of Apache Cassandra. It was so perfect, on the day of release, many large organizations deployed Cassandra 4.0 in their production. According to this blog article, Cassandra 4.0 is running in production today at Apple, DataStax, Instacluster, Netflix, Orange, Python, Sky UK, and many more. In September 2021, Apache Cassandra version 4.0.1 was released. There are many new features introduced in Cassandra 4.0 and according to the documentation, these are the few important new features. First thing in the list of new features is support for Java 11. Cassandra 4.0 is now officially tested and certified on Java version 11. As mentioned earlier, I am already running Cassandra 4.0 on Java 11. A new feature called Virtual Tables is introduced in Cassandra 4.0. All these system views are called virtual tables. These virtual tables are specific to each node in the cluster. They do not have any SS tables in storage. All the data in these virtual tables are populated and returned via API. Data is only available while Cassandra node is up and running. In previous versions, this data was only available via JMX calls. Cassandra 4.0 also introduced new features for audit logging and full query logging. By default, these options are disabled and it will require only few configuration changes to enable them. I should not forget to mention that during May 2021, I have created a Jira ticket and worked with Cassandra developers to improve this audit logging feature. As a result of this Jira ticket, since Cassandra 4.0 Release Candidate 2 Logback XML contains these entries which will allow users to enable File Audit Logger option. During July 2021, I made one video about Network Authorizer, a new feature which was introduced in Cassandra 4.0. This is a wonderful new option which allows us to restrict the access of selected users to allow or deny access to Cassandra nodes in a specific data center. Among many other new features introduced in Cassandra 4.0 are improved messaging, streaming, and improved performance for scaling the Cassandra clusters. Let us now talk about Apache Spark. We got four major updates for Apache Spark during 2021. Apache Spark 3.2 is now available and it is pre-built with Scala 2.12 or Scala 2.13. Apache Spark 3.2 release managed to resolve in excess of 1700 Jira tickets. In this latest release, Spark supports Scala version 2.13. Spark supports the Pandas API layer on PySpark. By default, adaptive query execution is enabled. There are many performance improvements for query compilation latency and query optimization and execution. There are many connector enhancements for Parquet, Avro, or JSON file formats, to name a few connectors. Many new enhancements have been added for running Apache Spark on Kubernetes. Thank you for watching this video.